Alright, welcome back to part 2 of the preview show. We're going to knock over a couple of quick spruiks because we like to roll. First of all, Steve Fletcher is on board. It started on Wednesday, so his SMS set, it's a $20 product at the moment for the great man. He'll send you I'm not sure how many are going to be on Saturday, maybe 6 or 7 of his best bets around Australia.
Right, can we expect these to firm?
I think he can.
Right.
I think he can. So we saw that he started on Wednesday and it was a horse, I think about $1.90 until $1.30.
That's a magnificent crush.
It's a pretty good crush, and it did win as well. So Fletcher's SMS service, the Fletch Files, is the official launch is Saturday. We had a soft launch on Wednesday, as we call it. So have a look at our website. You'll see the links. It's going to be a wild ride with Fletch.
I don't know how the hell you got it. How the bloody hell did you get Fletcher?
Little Dallas Baker has just been noodling away at some of the best judges in the game, and finally Fletch gave him the thumbs up. So the Fletch Files SMS. Look, as Aaron said in the video with Fletch, even if you don't like the horse Fletcher's tips, at least you know to wait, because the money's going to come for his horse and you might get a better price for your horse. So
that's right. It's one of those facets that is good to know either way.
Exactly, like the most likely firmers we've been doing, thanks to Mark Lambourne. So the Fletch Files, grab them, $20 a week, and it's going to be an exciting journey with Steve Fletcher. Race 5.
Roller coaster. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Race 5. I haven't been doing the names of the races. The sponsors will be blowing up, unlike Dallas. The ATC Heritage Society 5th Anniversary Handicap.
What the fuck is ATC Heritage?
Not sure. We'll find out on Saturday. $6 for 3 horses. We've got Savaro, Tree of Jesse, Allegra. At $7. Very Delicious is running here, scratched earlier. Mark, from a movement point of view, 9s into 7s, Very Delicious, and $7 was given into $6 Savaro.
Wow, this is the feature of the day, this 3-year-old race. But obviously we'll have to wait and see how many are left with us, especially as Waller's got 3, so 4, sorry, he's got 4. So look out there. But I had Careless and Disgraceful in the van, Avanarco and potentially another rush from wide out, Savaro just in behind the speed, El Lou ridden closer tomorrow, I expect, from a handier draw, a lower draw.
Oh,
low draw. And Scratch Me Lucky is fresh, and he could be a player from a fresh up from a long spell. Tree of Jesse will be looking for a park. I'm not sure how she's going to do that. And Kipling, ditto. Very Delicious, Basculet and Allegria out the back. So I've gone with the wide draws, the high draws here, hoping that the track will work to their advantage, because they just happen to be the horses I liked. Look, the horse that jumped off the page at me here was Allegria. Third up. And against the mixed sexes, obviously a short price last time. 8 to beat 11 Kipling, who's my old mate that I found last week that did a fair job, and he's third up with a quick backup. 5 Tree of Jesse, she's obviously two wins at this course this time in, and 7 Very Delicious, who has been racing very consistently, can go 1, can't it?
Yeah.
Whatever that means tomorrow.
When you don't want it.
Yeah, so I went around Savaro, who I marked a short price at Rose Hill. That's a curious race, isn't it? A very slowly run race. I'm not sure what sort of form reference it is for this. Obviously Basculet, I don't know what the go is here. What's it? Just back it up quickly to try and get a turnaround.
Yeah, I thought we might next see it at Mackay or something, but they've given another run here. So.
Careless raced against the older horses the other day, and I felt it enjoyed an advantage, both the way the track played and the fact that he raced the older horses. And Avanarco was in receipt of a bias perhaps last time. Eldu, I could certainly, I'd be pulling her tail, but it's a deep race. 8, 11, 5, 7, 2.5 units number 8, 1.5 units number 11. See how we go with that.
Yeah, look, I'm going to give Old Mate Berry Delicious another chance. Look, it easily could have won its last couple of races, so look, I'm not going to sort of overcomplicate this one. I think by race 5, the field will be, well, it's going to be a heavy 10. They'll be all over the shop, and I think the horse is fit, and the handle's wet, and there'll be no dead ends this time. Winona replaces, Winona jumps back on after Jason steered it into a few dead ends previously in the campaign. But 2 units Berry Delicious in, to me, is a really tricky race. Real tricky.
Where do you look?
Where do you look?
Where do you look?
Okay.
I'd elect to get rid of the top one and the bottom 2.
Yep.
And Basculet is definitely on probation.
Yeah, exactly. When we do race 6, Johnny McLeod, he's not selling Falcons or whatever Glenn was on about on Monday.
Fairmont, I think he had.
Fairmonts, of course.
You wouldn't even know what a Fairmont was.
Not really.
It was Fairlane and Fairmont. Okay. They're a bit like the Statesman and the Caprice.
Okay, yep. The Holden.
Yeah,
okay. But John McLeod, he had another great set at Dooman last week, I think it was, and we're at the Gold Coast on Saturday for, I think it's, from what I've heard, it's going to be a slow track, but it looks once again deep fields at the Gold Coast. John McLeod, no one's in better form than Johnny, so yeah, you've got to give him a go. Like, he might take a little break after this. Who knows? You better grab his last set. He's actually staying around. But
he's getting ready for the bread and butter. But he has been nailing them, hasn't he?
He has. It's just impressive to watch the way he's staking and doing his form, not overcomplicating things, John McLeod, and it just shows you can win that way. So John McLeod, I think it's $55. The Gold Coast, seeing them like none other. Race 6, the Winter Dash, 1,200 metres. We've got 4.4, wouldn't it be nice? $4 for Mount Nebo, who's back. $4 is straight in there. $7 for Zaratone and Alias. Mark, what is happening here?
Obviously we've got Zaratone. Speedy Squib is a speedy squib, but I imagine that Zaratone crosses her, and she sits third the fence. And who chases Zaratone? One of Bart, Alias or Oakfield commands. Mount Nebo has been sitting off the speed up north.
Yeah.
So Callum Denham brought him back up north and has decided it's timely to switch. Decision time, midfield, wouldn't it be nice, in a similar position as he was last time over the 1100 of the June Stakes. Timeless Prince and See the World at the back. Look, I missed Wouldn't It Be Nice last time, and I was all over Avoid Lightning, who had everything go her way until she shifted off the fence and Wouldn't It Be Nice got up underneath it.
So I found him late on the day when everything was working that way, so I was happy with that.
Very good.
Didn't help you people on the preview show, I apologise.
Yeah, look, in fact he was a poster boy of mine, Wouldn't It Be Nice. 2 years ago I plunged on him in a 2-year-old race.
Yes.
On this program, the
Okay.
race one tomorrow. Wouldn't It Be Nice? One. G. Schofield. There was 3 races on that program, and they called the rest of the meeting off.
Job done for you.
Yeah, there he was, and in fact he subsequent to that he won Monster Odds Rose Hill, and then sort of double figure odds in the 1,000-metre race last September, and then there he is at 25 to 1 last 2 weeks ago. So one of those horses.
Yes.
So look, I played a pretty straight bet here. I tipped 8 Mount Nebo, who I realise, look, he should be named Mount Nobbo, because this is what he likes. 2 Zaratone is now third up and ready. I know that 1,200 at Randwick has never been his. It's always been a sort of
bridge too far.
Well, perhaps. But anyway, look, he obviously was on the fence the other day, and that helped him. But he needed that run as well. 7 Barbed and 10 Alias. Quite liked Alias's last run, which leaves me out of Wouldn't Be Nice, but he's obviously got a great chance as well. 8, 2, 7, 10. 2 units number 8 Mount Nebo, 1.5 units number 2 Zaratone.
Yeah, fair enough. I found this a bit too tricky to sort of play in early. I thought, one of yours, sort of Pearl, is bias runs and ignoring them, I suppose, next start. And look, wouldn't it be nice that everything go in his favour last start and had that massive SP? But he is still rock solid, isn't he? He's formed previously.
I know, you just keep looking at him going, well, he should run well again.
That run he had Charlie Boy and General Life. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a better run than any of these horses, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him win again. But from a punting point of view, look, I can't come into Mount Nebo personally. Sent away his back, but as you say, everything in his favour again. But I'd be laying Mount Nebo, but that's all I'm going to do.
Right, Matt's lay of the day, Mount Nebo. There you have it.
Yeah, if it's on. Race, Mark, let's talk about you first. Race 7, we're up here. Obviously, you've poured through the Randwick card. And
I did a lot of work for Gosford as well. Anyone who wants to buy a used set for Gosford.
It's a special. We'll update the price.
Honestly, it's easy for those stewards just rolling out of bed and wandering onto the track and going, no, it's no good. But I'd finished Randwick at 2 a.m. and got straight into Gosford and thought it was looking okay, but stewards deemed otherwise. Randwick and Newcastle on board tomorrow. Both of them will be good betting cards. You need to buy my set because you need to see what forecasts I'm making in relation to where horses should trade, what I like in relation to those predicted trading prices. There's a lot there, so I realise it's quite a sophisticated setup I've got with lots of information. That's why it's $60 per meeting, but it's well worth it.
Yes, and especially last week you nailed about 3 or 4 of the massive firmers that were sort of, I didn't see coming, but you sort of did, and you were right.
The most likely firmers from last week were indeed huge firmers.
They were. So, Mark stuff on our website, $60 a meeting.
That's it.
Race 7, the Tab Rewards Handicap. It's a 1,000-metre race. We have $3.80 for Bonate, who was $4.80. $15 for... Was that 15 for Alias? Is that right? $8 for Rouse. It's basically an open field. Cumbrian $9.50. Rose and Manling's about $11, so yeah, obviously we've got Bonate at $3.80, and the rest are a little bit wide after that.
Look, I ended up with her Bonate, but I mean she's coming back to 1,000, and will be sitting off them. Her win was via leading. I suppose you look at her win and you go, there's the horse sitting next to her called Najum.
Yes.
Which she managed to hold at bay quite comfortably. Anyway, Just a Bullet resumes here, will be in the van. Holder Sunset returns to her more comfortable trip and more comfortable grade. Cosmic Cameo's obviously on speed. Miss Alibi not far away. Awasita, pick up for Chris Lees, a mare again. She's underneath them and not too far away. Kadiro, One Direction, and Rose of Man could be ridden for speed if they choose to. So sitting astern of that leading sort of half the field, the front half of the field are Aroused, Cumbra and Destiny Rising, Alias and Bonate, who does require a sympathetic track to justify a short price. Kokomo and Zumba at the back.
Right, and the last 1,000-metre heavy track we saw at Randwick was the horse Courtsile. Was that 1,000 metres?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Yeah, so, B. Baker.
B. Baker, and Dick just led all the way and pissed him, so I don't know if we can see any sort of advantage to leaders on heavy tracks over the 1,000. Have you seen that over the years? Or?
The answer is a pineapple, I think. It's
Horses for courses.
well, look, it can work that way, and certainly I would anticipate that Holder Sunset will improve tomorrow. She's the fact that they're persevering with her and that she folded up first up over 1100, and then she chased Zaratone the other day and was clearly in the wrong part of the track and retiring at that level at that distance. So I want to say she can improve. I said 9 Bonneté on top. She's the horse with the form, but as I say, needs a sympathetic track. 5 Holder Sunset to improve. 15 Alias, should he turn up in this race, which apparently is not the plan. And 14 Zumba, who gets last throw at these. It's funny, Zumba had nothing going for him prior to running in that Horse Beginnings, Rose Hill, where he took off and went to the outside fence, and I thought, he's done something there.
Okay.
Like, it was weird, the way he pulled himself around them and then ran off, I thought. And then sure enough, there was good money for him at Canterbury, and he closed well. Obviously, the leaders went too hard in that race, but I mean, he gets a similarly run race to here. I want to say that Kokomo is ready, and she's dangerous tomorrow, even though I can't get her in there. Interestingly, Kumbran has changed stables. I'm not sure why. I quite like Kadiro's first up run. I could make a case for him. And I'm hard against the Scone Runners Aroused in One Direction, even though One Direction I marked 10 to 1. 9, 5, 15, 14, 2.5 units, number 9.
Okay, look, I'm going for a Scone Runner, Aroused, who, look, was trialled up absolutely huge before that run. One of them was on a heavy 10, I think, trialled, and it was, I think I said in the preview show, he had Kuro absolutely off the bit. I'm happy to give Aroused another chance. It's a speed horse.
It's always a wise move if you've seen them trial very well to overlook the first up run.
And the first run was, in my opinion, was a complete forgive. It was easy on that day. The speed mappers knew he was going to get trapped. Pete was going to get trapped. Look at the $8. I'm going to have 2 units on Aroused. I'm going to have 1 on a Wister, who actually also trialled quite well. And look, to be honest,
ex-Kavanagh horse, how about that?
It's always an issue. Bonneté, I just needed to play around Bonneté at the price. You have to respect the win at Canterbury, and the run previous, in a sense of reason, was quite good, but at the prices available, I think Aroused, this is its chance. This preparation was wound up and freshened up for this. It's all for Aroused for me. 2 and 1. That's it. Last race. Before we do the last race, Darren Potter. He is pottering along, doing his thing. Melbourne, Moonee Valley. His set is online now. Darren, he had a massive year last year, and he's trucking along very solidly in Melbourne. And Darren's
isn't it?
Look, he's just a freak.
Got a niche there.
He's a freak. He's just he knows his horses. He knows where to bet.
I don't know how you keep up with Melbourne, because it seems a very disparate place. Bits and pieces everywhere.
Yeah, look, he spends about 12 hours on every race meeting, so he's got the time. I guess when he only does 2 meetings a week.
I should send some kids to him.
Send some kids. You got a few spares. Send some kids down. Darren Potter worked really hard. $55 for his set. Grab it right now. It's online for Moonee Valley, and you get an updated set in the morning. The last race is the Ranvet Handicap over the mile. We have 4.2 for Magic Hurricane, who was 4.6. 4.6 as well, Pajaro. $5 Pythagorean. $5 Vigara on 1 under. And Role Model maintains the $7.50 mark. Has been in the market for most of its racing. Mark, I've only got Magic Hurricane as a firmer. How do you see the race?
Well, Vigara will attempt to lead. Role Model may have other ideas. Obviously, Pajaro will like to race in forward position to tag those leaders. We could see Pythagorean ridden forward after a little success against the bias and back the other day. And Laurie's Love went better ridden, more forward the other day. So I had those 5 horses prominent.
Okay.
Magic Hurricane midfield, Hollywood Bound Rails midfield, and most of the others out the back. Keep Cool, obviously, is a horse that will be showing speed at some stage soon, just hasn't gotten it yet.
Okay.
Look, yeah. Oh. 3 Magic Hurricane, I know that he just sat third the fence and enjoyed the. He was a prime recipient a fortnight back, but he looks to have good scope to beat 5 Pajaro, who worked to sit outside lead, boxed on very well. That was a much improved run from him. 10 Georgie Aeroplane, I liked his first up run, and 7 Vergara. Wow, she's been she's come a long way this preparation. She was 100-1 first up in a Wednesday mares race, and here she is a benchmark 90, and she's pressing for favouritism.
Yeah, yep.
She seems a bit well found, but is a last up winning mare that will put herself in the race at 3, 5, 10, 7, 1.5, 2 units and number 3.
Yeah, look, I'm also going to play with a fairly straight bat in the last. 2 units Pajaro. Look, second up here, or third up, sorry. They gave it a run down into Scone, so third up I think is perfect. Look, there's probably a chance Magic Hurricane comes out. I mean, really, look, the way...
Let's hope so, honestly. Feel ill tipping Magic Hurricane.
So yeah, look, Pajaro, I just sort of... I didn't see where else to go here. There's a lot of old mates sort of struggling. Yeah, Hollywood Bound, I sort of wanted a better run last start. It sort of wasn't too much there, so playing it safe. 2 units on Pajaro in the last. That's it.
So that's the day. It's obviously a lot. Well, it all hangs on how the track plays, inside or outside or a mix. I had a look at I had a look at every 9-metre rail I could find back to 2006. Obviously, keeping eyes on 8s and 10s, and were they wet, were they dry. There was one meeting 2 years ago that I was happy to sort of say was the replicate, and that was somewhat off the rails. So, but as I say, it's
stay tuned.
It's an inexact science, this forecasting tomorrow.
Okay, well look, that's it. We'll be back on Monday.
Yes, with a bit of D Baker, hopefully.
D Baker magic, just to spruik us up a little bit. So we did our best, and anyway, hopefully we're racing at Randwick, and we're all able to have a bit of a bet. Thank you.